And we are randomly live. Don't worry, guys, I'll take off my sunglasses when I can, but I'm toughing it out for you guys right now. This was an unannounced live stream, but we are going to talk about one meal a day weight loss and the realities of sharing your weight loss journey online. And this video was kind of inspired by Louise's Journey's recent video about sharing your weight loss journey online, but I'm going to give it from an OMAD perspective. I'm losing weight in a very unorthodox way. Let's be honest here. I'm losing weight in a way that people don't agree with. I'm losing weight in a way that it's not socially accepted. Let's be honest here. Intermittent fasting and things like dry fasting is definitely not socially accepted. Why? Due to ignorance. People don't understand. Of course, I understand in terms of why people will have that perspective. Because for me, myself, I thought dry fasting was insane. I thought water fasting was insane. I just thought it was all insane. But as someone has told me on this channel, never ever take advice from someone who's never done the exact thing you are doing. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about all about that. Hey, Portia, welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you. Welcome. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I kind of did this like last minute. So here we are. I do have some notes. And this time if my phone overheats, I'm done. I'm outside with my tripod, so I'm hoping everything will be okay. My phone normally doesn't overheat outside, but we're going to talk about this. First, I'm going to talk off the top of my head, and then I'll grab my notes just in case I forget. Now, if you are sharing, like for me personally, okay, disclaimer here. This is not a woe is me, poor is me thing. I'm choosing to do this. I want to share my weight loss journey online. And thank God, knock on wood, there's a tree over there. There's a tree. Knock on wood, I have not had as much negativity because my channel is relatively small. But trust me, when my channel grows, I'm the kind of person that thrives off of people telling me that I can't do something or people who are looking for me to fail. I thrive off of that. Like literally, I just do. I have people in my life telling me things all the time. Like, you can't get to 180 pounds. It's not in your bone structure. Now I want to get to 155 pounds. You can't get to that because it's not in your bone structure. Or you shouldn't do this. When someone tells me I can't do something, I'm going to do the opposite. That's just my personality. Like, I thrive off of that. So you got to have a certain kind of personality to be able to handle being a weight loss YouTuber in general. This is applied to all weight loss YouTubers. Now, let's get into something. If you are obese and you are starting your weight loss journey, I highly recommend that you do not do it on YouTube. Do not go on YouTube and share your weight loss journey. Here's why. When I started my weight loss journey, I came to YouTube after losing 60 pounds. I had a routine set. I wasn't on social media, trying to play the algorithm game or whatnot. And this is evident in so many weight loss YouTubers who blow up, get big because they're starting their weight loss journey. And what happens to them? They become unsuccessful because they're putting additional pressure on their weight loss journey. You have to understand, losing weight on its own is hard enough. Throw in a bunch of people watching your journey, giving unsolicited advice, telling you that you're doing this and you're doing that wrong, and the whole lot. And not to mention the negativity. Trust me, when you're losing weight and you screw up, your brain gives you enough negativity. Throw in a bunch of people looking for you to fail, looking for haters. So I like looking for haters. What I'm trying to say are the haters looking for you to fail. So I think it's a big mistake for anyone who's struggling on their weight loss journey and who cannot get the weight off to be on YouTube. Take time off and figure it out, because that pressure of social media is just going to add more to your journey. And this is coming from someone who's obese. I get it. Yes, there are positives to sharing your weight loss journey online. Trust me, it creates a community. You can go back and look and see what you did to successfully lose weight when you're having a time of struggle. That's me. I was struggling. Now I'm back on track, but I was struggling. So I went back and I watched my YouTube videos and I watched when I was successful, what I was doing. But I've been on this journey long enough that I have built the self confidence to go through the difficult times. Now, if you're someone in a very desperate situation and you are like struggling tenfold to lose weight, get off of YouTube. You can go on Instagram because Instagram's a quick post and done, but YouTube, get off of it. And that's exactly what I did after the car accident. I was binging, I was overeating. So I took 3 months off of YouTube and I completely disappeared because I knew I needed to get myself together. And it's just, I'm telling you, it's hard. That's why you see all these big weight loss YouTubers failing. Failing. The negativity gets to them because their brain is bombarding them with negativity, and then you're getting confirmation bias on that negativity. So there's one major point I want to say there because it's evident. You see it. And I was talking to my son and I'm like, a lot of the major weight loss YouTubers, a lot of them, not all, but a lot of them that I see in my algorithm circles are people who have not successfully lost the weight and kept it off. Now, am I saying there could be a one-off person? Of course, there could be a one-off person that can share their journey from start to finish. But a lot of the most successful weight loss journey YouTubers I follow, like Louise's journey, she came on YouTube after losing 80 pounds and then she disappeared for a bit and then she went back and lost the 120 and then she came back on YouTube. Me personally, I didn't come on YouTube until after losing 60 pounds and I got into a routine. So, going with that concept, you need to get some results. You need to get some results growing. Because when you screw up, you're going to have the peanut gallery looking out for you. Speaking of which, let's talk about OMAD. OMAD, like I was saying in the beginning, is not a socially accepted way to lose weight. It's not. People don't understand the concept when it's just a method of intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is definitely something that is in our DNA in terms of, you think about the tribal days. We would wake up in the morning, hunt and gather, and the men will go out and try to find, men or women, actually it was the men. The men would go out, spend all day trying to get that catch. What's happening to everyone else while the men are getting that catch? They are fasting. And then late afternoon happens and then they get to eat. So people don't understand that because our society created the concept of breakfast and created the concept of eating multiple meals a day and all day long, which is fine. You can still lose weight on multiple meals a day. I'm telling you, weight loss is all about being in a calorie deficit. But people don't understand OMAD in that it's kind of a default way of eating for a lot of people. Not everyone can do it, especially if you're super physically active, you're going into the gym and you're trying to build muscle. Obviously, you want to have a bit of a meal in you, some sort of a meal, but you get a lot of. Why are there a bunch of dogs barking? I hope it's not picking up on the live stream. I came here thinking that it would be quiet. There's a bunch of dogs barking. But anyway, going back to OMAD, I feel like being a weight loss YouTuber that has lost weight in the way that I have, I've done it in very weird ways. I've done weird ways to get me into a calorie deficit, and I like to think I am successful. No, I know I am successful. People are waiting for you to fail. They truly are. People are definitely waiting for you to fail because they want to be like, oh, my diet is better. My diet works. At the end of the day, the diet that works is the diet that you can stick to. There are many ways to put yourself into a calorie deficit. And I'm sharing the many ways I've done it. But right now, the most successful routine I've had has been with one meal a day. Because one meal a day allows me to be able to not overeat on the daily. You can overeat with one meal a day. But the thing about one meal a day is that it teaches you the discipline. It teaches you delayed gratification. And that's something I struggle with as someone who has dealt with emotional eating her entire life. I remember being a kid and eating so much food to the point where I would get physically ill, where I would have to go to the bathroom and the other way, not vomiting, but the other way. You know, when you eat so much as a kid, you get a tummy ache and then you get sick. Yeah, I used to eat like that to soothe. So for someone who would struggle with that, one meal a day has been successful in helping me like cure my BED. It has been, and it's crazy. It's crazy because I tell people about this, people don't get it. It's the same thing with keto. Keto is now more socially accepted because keto is kind of it has been promoted by doctors, and there's a whole industry behind it. But when it comes to OMAD, you don't hear doctors saying, oh, fast for 20, 22 hours a day. I had a dietitian told me to do the 16-8 fast, but I've never had anyone say fast longer. So it's been successful, and finding success with it is all about getting into routine. Once you get through that little OMAD plateau where you're struggling at first, because if you are jumping into OMAD for the first time ever and you've never fasted before, you have to get OMAD fast adapted. I've talked about this many of times on my channel, and the way to get OMAD fast adapted is to get through it. Hey, if you're losing weight, you're gonna have to get adapted to eating less calories. Let's be honest. No matter what you do for weight loss, which OMAD is eating less calories. I'm talking about the traditional standard 3 meals a day and eating in a calorie deficit balanced diet. If you do it that way, you still have to get adjusted from the way you were eating to eating less. There's always an adjustment period with no matter what method of weight loss you do. So I don't know why I keep saying OMAD has an adjustment period. They all do. And the key to getting through that adjustment period is seeing yourself beyond the struggle, is knowing that it will get easier over time, meaning that it doesn't get easier, you just get stronger, you get adapted. And the more you get adapted, it becomes routine. So with OMAD, you just have to get going with the fasting, get used to fasting. And then eventually it becomes easier. And then there's hacks I share. Like if you're struggling with hunger cravings while eating 1 meal a day, best hacks are coffee. I'm started drinking coffee again, guys. I did, and it's helping me. I have this weird addiction to Diet Coke right now. It's bad. It's funny because I was always the person that hated pop. I've never been a pop person, and I don't like Diet Coke. But what happened was I went to the Calgary Stampede last weekend, which I need to edit that vlog for, and I had a Diet Coke because I didn't want to, it was during my OMAD meal, because I couldn't find bubblies. I did not want any sugary drinks because I prefer not to drink my sugar or my calories in general, unless it's like a protein shake. I prefer not to do that. I personally prefer to eat my calories. So I'm like, well, what can I drink that's bubbly, that's not alcohol, that, you know, I can have? And I had a Diet Coke. And then ever since I've had a Diet Coke, I'm like addicted to Diet Cokes. It's so bad. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, caffeine is a great appetite suppressant. I'm drinking caffeine again because I need it. My brain needs it. It's been helping me out a lot. Water. Apple cider vinegar is a great hack. Pickle juice, having some pickle juice is a great way to suppress your appetite while eating 1 meal a day to help you get through that little hump, or on a day that you're having a struggle. Bubbly drinks, so carbonated drinks that are 0 calories. So things like bubbly, Perrier, the Goldsteiner water I drank that I need to go buy some of. I need to go buy some of that. Did I say pickle juice? I did say pickle juice. I did say apple cider vinegar. I did say teas. Teas are a good way to help suppress your appetite. Cinnamon, throwing cinnamon in your tea, cinnamon teas. And you can use those tools to help you get through it. That's just going to be, you have to understand, when you're transitioning to any diet, have the mindset that this struggle of transition won't be forever. It's going to pass. You're not going to forever struggle. The point where I want everyone to be on their weight loss journey is that it becomes effortless and simple, where it becomes just routine. And that's where I'm at back right now after getting the advice to purposely put on weight. I got the advice to purposely put on weight because I'm doing a lot of injuries going on and it's making my symptoms go haywire. So I got down to 169 pounds after doing a dry fast, and then my weight stayed steady at 171 to 172 pounds, but I was really struggling. So I put on 10 pounds purposely, which is something you want to be able to do, to learn how to purposely put on weight. It's something that you want to be able to do because you want to learn how to manipulate the scale on both levels. Because what happens is when people, miss out on their weight loss journey, or if they're missing out on their weight gain journey, I do have a couple people that are struggling with gaining weight. um, what happens is that you are basically not aware of what you're doing. You're not in control. So it's important to have that control over the scale. Um, yeah, there might be a time where one person needs to gain weight in terms of building muscle, but in terms of weight loss here, I just want to make the point that you want to have control over the scale. You really do. And it can go the opposite way when people, I've seen weight loss YouTubers where they lost too much weight and they get into a territory that's kind of dangerous. So that's why you want to be able to control the scale, because then it eliminates that fear of weight gain, which trust me, I had, and I still struggle to from day to day. That fear of weight gain, because if you have that fear of weight gain, it's going to ruin your life and you're going to go down a bad path, or you're going to end up gaining weight. Like, let's be honest here. A lot of people who have that fear of weight gain end up gaining weight because they let the fear consume them. So I want everyone to be at the point on their journey where they're able to use whatever tool necessary to keep the scale control. It's all about scale control. But yeah, hang on. Let's look at my notes now because I'm trying to see what else I wanted to talk about. Trust me, I'm trying here. I have the worst concussion symptoms right now, but I soldier on. I don't care. Life's life. You know, there's people that literally don't have limbs and they're crushing it. There's this girl I follow on Instagram. I found her. I'm not sure what her story is, but she's missing this part of her arm and she is ripped. Like, her body is amazing. She's doing pull-ups with her prosthetic arm and everything. So when I see people like that, I get inspiration. Like, I really, like, my problems are nothing. They're nothing. It could always be worse. You have to have that mentality. Like, it could always be worse, and it was worse, and things are getting incrementally better. So I'm going to look at my notes here on the challenges of being a weight loss YouTuber and sharing your weight loss journey online. But I stand by that. You need to be able to get into a rhythm before sharing it on YouTube. Because what happens is this: a lot of weight loss YouTubers because I don't know what happened to YouTube. Well, I do know what happened to YouTube. It became more and more corporate. But back in the day, the biggest weight loss YouTubers were the ones that saw success with their weight loss journey. Obese to Beast, there's that Jordan girl, Gracie's Journey. Those were the biggest weight loss YouTubers. They showed results. Now, the biggest weight loss YouTubers are the ones that can play the algorithm game. So this is where it gets dangerous. And I've seen this happen to people who started their weight loss journey on YouTube online and they just blow up. They they fall into these challenges, like doing one meal a day for 30 days. And before I continue on this, let me talk about that. A challenge of being an OMAD YouTuber is that OMAD is now placed as like a fad diet on YouTube. And it's so sad because people use OMAD as a challenge when it can actually be a sustainable method of losing weight when you fast 20 hours a day or more, learning how to manipulate your fasting schedule. And that's a hard part about being an OMAD weight loss YouTuber because I've had people say that. There's like, OMAD's a fad diet. Is it? Is it? I'm finding success with it. Am I going to do OMAD forever? No, I already said that. I believe in metabolic flexibility. But OMAD is definitely going to be a tool I always use to help me cut my calories down because it cuts my time of eating. But that's another thing. I know OMAD is very much a fat diet. It's so sad. People use it for challenges. Like, I've seen people blown up because of OMAD, but they're not literally using it. And then people who blow up because of OMAD, what happens is they get off of it and then they gain the weight. And then OMAD's a criminal diet. The same thing with keto and whatnot. But going back to major weight loss YouTubers is that they get stuck in this challenge mode. Like, I did this for 1 week and I lost a bunch of weight. They get caught up in the algorithm. The what I eat in the day community, like those. A lot of people don't show their real meals. I showed my meals in my video that I uploaded this morning. Don't worry, I wasn't up at 5 a.m. That video was uploaded the night before. I love it when I do that because then the next day is kind of easy for me. I just chill and relax. Like this morning, I was with my son all day. But what was I saying? Going back to that, um, weight loss challenges, 1 meal a day upload. Oh, the 1 meal a day community. Or sorry, not the 1 meal a day community, but the whole like nutritious meals, what I eat in a day with that people are only showing what the algorithm wants to see. And right now, the algorithm is pushing plant-based products, which I have no problem about. But personally, I like to eat meat. So, like, I can go and try to play the algorithm game and do my plant-based diet, but that's not true to me. So, a lot of people who struggle with weight loss and sharing their journey online, they get caught up in that algorithm and they do things that are necessarily not incohesive with their weight loss journey. So they fail at losing weight. There's so many of them. And it's so sad because it's creating a toxic community of weight loss. It truly is. We're just seeing people who are just, you know, throwing in these challenges. When it comes to weight loss, it's about consistency. I don't care what diet you do. Vegan diet, vegetarian diet, keto diet, it's about consistency and staying in a calorie deficit. That is weight loss 100%. And whatever method you can find, or multiple methods, people can use multiple methods if they are a flexible dieter, which is key. You want to be able to be a flexible dieter. You don't want to be able to never have carbs or never have that cookie or never have meats. You want to be flexible in your diet. Why? Because we are human beings and human beings are flexitarians. Is that even a term? In that we are omnivores. We eat different things. And people who are unable to eat a flexible diet are sick. Like you should not be in a position where you're eating a piece of, I don't know, like edamame and you get a reaction. That should not happen at all. So we got to like get back to the reality of things. But anyway, let me look at my notes. Yeah, I said if you're starting your weight loss journey on YouTube, I highly recommend that you get into the rhythm of weight loss. You do. Get into the rhythm of weight loss. The worst thing you can do starting your weight loss journey and the realities of sharing your weight loss journey online is to put that added pressure on yourself. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because there's going to be many times on your weight loss journey that you are going to struggle. And when you struggle, I'm talking about people at the beginning, the people who have failed and they're starting off from like square one. And if you struggle and then you share that struggle or people are looking for you to fail, watch out. It's going to be hard for you to come back if you don't have that personality or if you have not built the confidence. Because another side of sharing your weight loss journey online is the negativity. The negativity that a lot of YouTubers get is absolutely insane. And you got to have thick skin in this world. And people can say that they do, but like it's hard enough trying to, because losing weight isn't just about losing weight on your body. It's a lot about losing mental weight. Like there's a big side of that. So if you're trying to get your mental health in check and you're trying to get your weight loss journey in check and you're already bombarded with all of the demons in your mind that are telling you can't, and then you have a crew of people looking for you to fail, it's not going to end well for you. So yeah, that's why I always talk about mindset, and that's why I always build my mindset. Another reason is why weight loss YouTubers fail to lose weight. I said doing things of the algorithm, challenges. A lot of weight loss YouTubers out there in the weight loss space, like who are big in, and when I say big, algorithm big, who are up there just struggle because they're chasing the algorithm. They're not chasing their health. They're not chasing results. And I am forever going to be truthful on my channel and share everything, even if I might lose subscribers because I purposely gained 10 pounds or the scale went up to 188 and it ballooned because it was on my period. I don't care. I want to share that with people so they know. I want people to know that these fluctuations can happen. And just because you see the scale go up, it doesn't mean you're failing. The scale will go up many times before you see the, like, what I really want to say is that non-scale victories precede scale victories. Like, right, and the scale's going down for me right now, thankfully, because I've been consistent. But like, it was not moving for a while, but I noticed in the mirror I was getting leaner again. I'm starting to look like I did a month ago. So things are moving in the right direction. Oh yeah, I talked about the amount of hate and negativity. Losing weight is hard enough. Yeah, input the comments, unsolicited advice, the negativity. Just do what works for you. Don't listen to the noise. And in fact, again, if you're first starting out, if your journey and you're going through a hard time, you got to go, like, the best way to get over that is you got to be alone. You got to silence the noise. You got to go into that dungeon. And in social media, there's a lot of noise. You have to be confident within yourself to get it done. That's why the people who have been the most successful on their weight loss journey did it on their own from the start. They didn't get any help in terms of, getting outside help. They depended on themselves and found a way, meaning that they may have learned from someone who talked about losing weight, or they've done research, or they've done experiments. You want to be strong in that aspect when it comes to weight loss. It's just something I've noticed, like, with weight loss. A lot of people who've done it, who've been successful in keeping it off, they figured it out on their own. Like intermittent fasting foodie, when she gained a lot of weight after giving birth to her kids, she went down the intermittent fasting hole and she started reading books on intermittent fasting. And that's a great thing I would recommend. Read books, get off of social media, read books, learn from books. Books are a great tool in terms of losing weight. Yes, you can learn value from social media, but don't let social media be your only source of weight loss. And I think we've come to a situation where a lot of people are depending on social media for weight loss, and there's literally no consistency or cohesiveness with it. So you have to truly be careful who you're learning from and understand that not every diet's going to work for you, but you'll never know what will work for you unless you try. Yeah, whatever method you can sustain is the method that will work. Negativity, yeah. When you scare, that's the hard part. Basically, I'm saying here, when you screw up as a weight loss YouTuber and perhaps gain weight, this is hard on you mentally. But on top of that, you have others commenting on the weight gain, especially because when you're at the beginning of your weight loss journey, you are in the most vulnerable place ever. You are so vulnerable. It's tough because you're making this change, you're walking into this unknown, meaning that you're trading off your old habits for your new habits, and you're just in a situation where you're scared, you don't know, you're lost, you're very vulnerable, you're very insecure. And going on social media and, YouTube, and documenting that journey, I feel that's why a lot of people fail. A lot of people fail. A lot of people I see fail. So yeah. What else do I have here? Oh, and I have things about OMAD, about YouTube treats. Yeah, YouTube does treat OMAD as a fat diet. It's so sad because it can help. It's just a way to keep yourself in a calorie deficit. It's just a method of intermittent fasting. People are waiting to see you fail. This is on the OMAD. I know people are waiting to see me fail, but there's no way I'm gonna fail. There is no way. I've kept this weight off through everything. Like, oh my God, even this freaking concussion right now, through the hell I'm like, the personal life issues, the losing, not working anymore, not losing my job. I still have my job, but getting into the accident, my mental health, the whole lot. So I'm still here. So the only person that can bring me down is me. But, you know, I just thrive off of people who are waiting to see me fail. And I realized that there's people waiting to see me fail when I posted that video that I put on weight, quote unquote, which I did purposely. Losing weight via 23 hours of fasting, is looked down upon. Of course, fasting is looked down upon because we are going to be nutrient depleted. I don't know where that concept came from. When the body is a master of storing nutrients, the human body was designed to adapt to periods of scarcity. It was just, it's like, we are running on 100,000-year-old software in a 21st century world, meaning that our DNA is still the same as it was 100,000 years ago. It's adapting to times of scarcity. Evolution on the genetic level takes time. It doesn't happen in a generation or two. It happens over generations. Evolutionary biology, one of my favorite subjects. So what's happening right now with society and why everyone's sick is that our bodies are designed for moments of scarcity. It's not designed for this abundance of food. And that's why we're seeing a lot of issues. People are having autoimmune issues, allergies, and not just with weight gain. It's it's people who are at a normal weight and they're having issues with their skin, hormonal issues. What else? Women having a lot of. I know it's scary, but there's a lot of women in their 20s having fertility issues. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like it has a lot to do with our diet, our society, and the whole lot. So I'll always be an advocate on going back to something that some people might not agree with. Fasting, people, heck, a lot of people don't agree with, but there is science behind fasting and its power. The problem is with fasting is that you can't make money off of it. Well, I guess you can if you sell electrolytes or sparkling water or apple cider vinegar, or create some like fasting hunger crushing like drink that includes apple cider vinegar and maybe some cinnamon. I guess you can. Actually, you can. But give me a second here. And I completely lost my train of thought because I'm like, woo right now. But yeah, like I guess you can't. But fasting, all I'm saying is that fasting is literally, it's in our DNA. It is. I know people don't agree with it, but it is what it is. Anyway, I've been rambling for 30 minutes and I have no idea what else to talk about. I guess I can talk about how about being successful on your weight loss with OMAD. So we're just going to reiterate some points that I want to cue in. Number one, count your calories on OMAD. Please, for the love of God, don't you dare not count your calories unless you're having a one-off day. What I mean by one-off day, a day where you want to have a treat meal and you want to do 23-1 intermittent fasting and you want to go out and have McDonald's or go out to a restaurant. You can get away with that for one day as long as you fast for 22, 23 hours and go have your meal within an hour eating window. But number one, I highly recommend everyone count their calories on OMAD. Number two, if you've been doing the 23-1 intermittent fasting method, I highly recommend that you convert back to the 24 or more method and start eating light snacks, because I don't want people being in a situation that I was, where I was so used to eating food to the point of being full, not overly full, but OMAD full, that I'm expecting that every meal be that way. So what I'm doing right now, I will have my meals. I've been sharing a lot of stuff. This will all come out next week, but I've been so successful with this method, the 24 or more method, and it's the method I was successful from day one. I just did it with keto. Now I'm doing it with carbs because I need my body to retain water a little longer, because water has electrolytes. When I dump electrolytes too quickly, that's when I get woo, and I'm definitely woo right now because the scale went down about 2 pounds from yesterday, and I'm a bit woo. So don't worry, I'm going to be slowing things down because I don't want to lose weight too fast, because that's the situation I put myself in. But you want to learn how to eat light. You really do. You want to learn how to eat in a way that you can eat low-calorie dense foods. You want to learn how to eat in a way, and you can do that with keto too. I was doing snack stacking or eating snacks with keto too. You can definitely do it with keto if you have a lot of fat and whatnot, but you want to get used to eating light. You want to get used to having 200 to 300 calorie meals, maybe 300 to 400 calorie meals, depending on your plan. But doing the 24 or more method is right now is that I'm fasting for 20 hours a day, and then I'm having a small snack. It's usually a 200 to 300 calorie snack. And yesterday, what I broke my fast with were these corn tortillas, and they're 60 calories each. So I had 4 of them. And then I had some Laughing Cow cheese. Guys, I highly recommend the Laughing Cow cheese. You'll see these in the vlog. That cheese is amazing. I got the light one. The light one is 25 calories per pack. The normal one is 30 calories. It's not a big deal. But literally, I had some of those Laughing Cow cheese, put it on there, a bit of regular cheese. I just weighed out half amount, put it in the oven with a can of tuna, and there you have it. And that satisfied me for like hours. Another good hack for keeping yourself when you're doing the snack stacking method and eating small snacks. Now I know why bodybuilders obsess over oatmeal. Oatmeal is a godsend. Like, oh, I love oatmeal because it keeps you full and satiated. So I have 2 servings of oatmeal. So that's 140 calories per 1 serving. So 2 is about, am I doing the math round? 280. And then I have a cup of almond milk, unsweetened and nothing in it. So that's 30 calories for a cup. And there you have it. That is like my 300 calorie big dense meal. So I have that as a second meal, and I chip away until however long it takes me to complete it. My rule is as long as I'm fasting as long as I'm eating my meal late afternoon. That's the rule. I don't want to start snacking early unless my body's in a situation, which is another way I want to talk about being, oh, there's a chat. Hang on. Hey, Ron. Good afternoon. Welcome. Ron says, afternoon, Daniela. A little late. We'll catch the replay. Oh, no worries. I didn't even announce this. I kind of just went on here and got it done. My son told me to do it. My son is like, you want to be a YouTuber? Well, do it. He knows. I don't know how. He watches way too many YouTubers. It's right now he's with his friend playing outside, but that's why I got some time. Anyway, yeah, Ron says good afternoon. So where was I going with this? Oh, weighing yourself. That's another key. Another way to be successful on OMAD, not just OMAD, any weight loss journey. Honestly, everything I say for OMAD can be translated, not everything, mostly everything, minus the fasting that I'm saying for OMAD, even drinking electrolytes can be translated to any other diet. Because when you're dropping weight, you're dropping water. And when you're dropping water, you're dropping electrolytes. You want to keep up with your electrolytes. Why do you want to keep up with your electrolytes? Because if you have an electrolyte drop, you'll feel like crap. And then it will be hard to stick to your diet. And then your body's going to want to crave things. Our body needs sodium and potassium. Our cells need it. I know sodium and potassium has been criminalized. Low sodium this, low sodium that. I know people who have high blood pressure, there's a thing, but I'm not going to even get into the science of all of that. But you want to be able to do all of this. So weigh yourself daily. If you're on a weight loss journey, do it. I will continue to say this. So that is the key. So basically, when I break my fast earlier than 20 hours, I'm weighing myself and I'm like, whoa, the scale just dropped 2 pounds from this morning's weigh-in and I'm at a new low weight from yesterday. You know what? I need to break my fast. So you got to listen to your body, because if you push your body too long to a point of fasting, it's going to betray you, because at the end of the day, the human body wants to get food. Again, the DNA, the innate wisdom that's in our body. Our body wants to eat high calorie foods. That's just in there. So in order to make sure our body doesn't put us in a situation where it wants to just eat the whole house, you have to listen to your body. You have to learn how to adapt. And the best way to adapt to your weight loss journey is to weight log and calorie count, is to list your weight and your calories. I want people doing this because it gives you so much power. It gives you information. So example, yesterday I dropped weight way too quickly because I did work out at 5 a.m. in the morning and I was walking around with my son. So I had to break my fast early. And today, what did the scale do? It went down. Not to mention, yesterday, I did eat a little more calories yesterday. I ate 1,700 calories, and the scale did still go down. Why? Because I know when I do a 2 hour session at the gym and then I do an hour of cardio, of walking, based on my weight log, I know on a day like that, I can get away with eating 1,700 calories and still lose weight. Why? Because I'm bringing up my calorie deficit with the exercise. So it's really important to have a weight log and to have notes on each day so you have an idea. And to get consistency with the weight log, again, you want to start off with a lower number, 1,200 calories, and see what your body does and adjust accordingly. It's like an experiment. So this is something I'm forever going to teach people when it comes to weight loss, because it's been a valuable tool on my weight loss journey, and it's really, really helping me stay in check. Ron says, we are coming up on the 3rd year of a low carb keto next month. That is amazing. Good for you, Ron. Ron actually got recommended by his doctor to go into keto. And I always say, the diet that you can stick to is the diet that works. So I know you've been successful with keto. If you can stick to it, if it works for you, do it. Do it. You got to find what works for you. You can't just, assume something's going to work for you because it worked for somebody else. Everyone's different, and you're going to be different on the daily. Like for me, keto works for me for one point. If I keep wishing that I could be in ketosis right now, I'm just going to be in a situation where I'm not going to lose weight because my body's going to be like, I need more water because I'm dropping weight too quickly on keto, or dropping water too quickly on keto. So I need carbs to help retain it. It's all about understanding where your body's at right now and adjusting to it. But congratulations. Yes, I want to talk about the necessities. Thanks for that. I'm picking up a new food scale that calculates the macros. And really? There's food scales that do that? Bro, can you list the name, Ron? I really? How does that work? Does like the food scale know what like food is on it? How does that work? Explain that to me. I'm curious. I'm definitely curious. Um, Necessities on a weight loss journey. You need a scale. Number one, you need a food scale. If you do not have a food scale, how are you going to accurately track your calories? And even with a food scale, people do mess that up, but not to the point where people are do not have a food scale. It is so important. About I think many of us overestimate our calories by 30% or underestimate our calories by 30%. So it's important to be as accurate as possible in the kitchen. You need a food scale, you need a scale, and you need to understand how to read nutrition labels. 1 cup for 1 serving of something. 1 cup isn't made equal. If you look at your boxes, people are going to assume 1 cup is 250 milligrams. I'm not sure what the ounce. It's 8 ounces. Okay, and it's or assume that it's 8 ounces for everything. Just because it says 1 cup of rice is this, look at the label and look at the brackets. You'll see in the brackets, it gives you a gram. You want to use that gram number because that's how you're going to stay consistent and accurate. Even with things that are coming pre-made, like cookies, I sometimes weigh them out and to see if they're accurate. And if I use the same brand over time and I trust that it's accurate, then I know. Um, to kind of get consistency, go with canned food. There's a lot of good canned food out there. Because again, canned food is always going to be consistent because they have to do based on food laws and whatnot. So like those are the key things that people need on their weight loss journey. When it comes to OMAD, you want to have those 3 things and you want to be tracking your fasting. So have a fasting app. You also want an app to track your calories. A lot of people ask me what app I use. I used to use MyFitnessPal, but it keeps crashing on me. So I currently use Carb Manager, which I love. I love Carb Manager. I use that app, but it doesn't matter what app you use as long as you're used to it and you like it. So yeah, I just want to make sure that people have that because people don't understand how to do it. I have to do that video. That video is a lot of work, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get out of my head and do it. I've done a video like that before in the past, but it's way back in my videos. And now that my channel's bigger, I think this video will help a lot of people. Sorry, I'm stretching my back here. I haven't worked. Oh, I did go to the pool today, but it's a good stretch. I'm stretching. Oh, my psoas is so tight. Oh, I need a needle in there. I need Botox in there. Botox has been a lifesaver. I use it for pain management. There's medical Botox. Anyway, I see some comments. NutriTrack. Oh, hang on. Ron's Keto Journey says, I just punched in the PLU number. Okay. Oh, NutriTrack food and nutrition scale? I'm going to check that out because that's interesting. Anything on another thing, anything to make your weight loss convenient, like this scale, get it. If whatever makes it convenient for you, do it. Spend the money. You're worth the help, honestly. And it's not even that expensive. He's saying it's $39.88 USD. So for our crappy Canadian dollar, that's probably like $50. Still pretty good. I'm going to check that out. Thanks for sharing that, Ron. Like, I love that. A benefit to sharing your weight loss journey online is that you can feed off of each other, you know? There are good things to sharing your weight loss journey online. Don't get me wrong. There are good things. It's definitely helped me stay accountable for sure. Oh, hey, Starset. Hey, Daniela. When I started watching your channel 2 months ago, I was 245 pounds. Wow. And I'm now currently 197.2 pounds. And I have been doing OMAD ever since. And I do want cheat meal every Sunday. My heart. That is amazing. You made it to Wonderland. You're losing weight. I'm so glad what I'm doing is helping people because that's all I want to do. That is so cool. I'm so proud of you. That is amazing. I'm glad you do the cheat meal. It helps because, again, you want a diet that's like flexible and balanced. I don't want to skip out on foods, unless I have to because of medical reasons or unless I enjoy not eating certain foods. Like if I can do keto forever, great. There are people that can do that. But like many of us want the flexible dieting, but good on you. I'm so proud of you. That fills my heart with joy. That keeps me going because I do question myself a lot with this YouTube thing, but it keeps me going just to, share with people who may be struggling, and OMAD's the answer for them, It's really cool. It's really cool. Good job. Good job. Keep it up. And remember, there's going to have to be a transition period off of OMAD, which I was explaining earlier. I'm talking about the snack stacking, because if you're doing the 23-1 intermittent fasting method, keep going. Keep going until your body gets to an ideal body weight. And then you want to slowly start opening up your eating window with a 24 or more method. And you want to start like maybe eating smaller snacks or finding a way to calorie control. And eventually, once you get off OMAD, I think the safest intermittent fasting number is 18 hours. Because then 18 hours is a breeze, eating 18 hours. But don't stick to these hard rules. One day you might fast for 16 hours and you can still stay in a deficit. It's all about learning your body and being able to adapt to different forms of fasting. So good job. Keep going, because OMAD will get everyone to an ideal body weight. Whether you do keto, carb, or doesn't matter. I'm really proud of you. This is amazing. That makes me so happy. Ron, this food scale has 1,000. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's how it does it. 1,000 codes in it, and you can custom it if there is no code. You know what I have a problem with when it comes to using the scale? Rice. Rice throws me off. How do I weigh rice? And certain pastas too. Certain pastas, because rice and pasta, weigh my food dry. I always weigh my food cooked. And I know there's bodybuilders who, because they're bodybuilders, they have to be precise. A lot of them weigh their food raw. I prefer to weigh my food cooked. So I do have problems with rice, and sometimes I'm guessing. I'm guessing with rice and edamame pasta. When I had it for the longest time, I had to guess with that, and then I figured it out. Yeah, I figured it out. I just know it off heart whenever I cook it. But no, there are certain foods that are a bit tricky. Popcorn's another one. I remember asking Louise's journey about that like a year or two ago, and I was like, I messaged her. I was like, "What do you do with the popcorn? How do you do it?" And then she told me to accurately track calories per popcorn. You want to weigh out the kernels. I pop my popcorn. I don't buy those bags. I like popcorn when you pop it from fresh. You accurately weigh those kernels, and then you pop it, and that's how you get the proper calories. So there's certain things that are a bit tricky, and rice for me is one of them. Ron's Keto Cafe says, "Hey Starset, welcome." Ron says we all have the same problem. Exactly, we do. It's food addiction, and whatever method you can use to help you combat that, do it. Keto has been a blessing on my journey, trust me. It has been. I got the most success with keto in the beginning, and then I couldn't stick to it, and then I went all over the place, and now I'm having success with OMAD combating my food addiction. Like, if you can have multiple tools in your toolkit, or if you have one hard tool that works for you, it's a win. And yes, we are all battling food addiction, which lies down to a deeper problem with, the whole dopamine reward system, which I talked about in my last video. Because the human mind is a reward-based mind. It's based on rewards. I was saying this yesterday, and I learned this from Tara Brock, who's been a blessing because she's been helping me out a lot mentally by watching her talks. I don't know her, but when you watch people's content, you feel connected. I feel that we are all connected on a deeper level. We truly are. And the human brain is, I just want to keep that up, is based on a reward system, because again, food was scarce. So when we are walking around hunting and gathering and we find a major source of high calorie food and then we eat it, we get a dopamine hit. That's the reward system. And we feel good and we get excited. And then our brain convinces us to go do that again. So we get stuck in that loop, which is fine. It's the reason why we survived. That is fine. But now in this day and age, put that old software into this new world, it leads to addictions. And it's not just with food, it's with many things, many things. And I know for me, food has controlled my life. Food has been a battle in my life for sure. So yeah, and a lot of people, there's other things. There's people who struggle with gaming. Like, I told my son this because I want my son to be aware. Tara Brock said that there's actually people going to rehab for Minecraft addiction. If you guys don't know what Minecraft is, it's a video game. And I told my son that. I'm like, really? And he's like, oh, I can see how you can get addicted to Minecraft. And I'm like, oh, I'm like, how? I would get bored from it. And he's like, I can see how, why. He's not really addicted to, his addiction right now is football, which is fine. He's obsessed with football, this, football, that. I just took him to football practice and he got, oh my God, he did so well on his game today. He caught this really low pass and he got a touchdown. And it was so sad because in the middle of the game, he messed up and he was about to cry. And I literally sat down with him. I looked at him. I'm like, what are you telling yourself in your head right now? What are you telling yourself in your head? That you screwed up, that you're a failure, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, do not tell yourself that. Change the narrative in your head. You got to tell yourself, what can I learn from this mistake? And I gave him that pep talk. And that's when he did the touchdown and he stopped a 2-point conversion. It's the mind. I tell him, it's your mind, Alex. It's your mind. Don't let your mind convince you otherwise. So what? Just do it. I'm teaching him that skill. And he's going to be an amazing man when he grows up, that one. But going back to addiction, it's like the human mind lives off a reward-based system. And even when it comes to danger, like let's say there's a lion attacking me and I'm running away and I escaped, however way I escaped, and your body gets like this sense of relief and you feel calm. Again, that's the reward-based system. So you're going to learn how to do it. So it's all about learning how to hack that primitive mind. The human mind is so complex that you can override it with neuroplasticity. So I go into all of this. It is a problem. Like, and Tara Brock was saying that we are now in a society of addiction, of addicts, and not addicts in the traditional sense, drugs, alcohol. It's addiction on a mass sense, and it's due to disconnection. We feel not connected to others, and we don't feel connected to ourselves. We feel a yearning of wanting to belong, because we're chasing, or we're just lost in this modern day of life. Like, that's why you see all this tribal stuff going on. Everyone wants to be part of this group. Everyone wants to be part of that group. That's why I'm like diminishing the whole thing when it comes to diet. Like, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you get it right. The weight loss police, the diet police, oh, you're doing it wrong. You should do it this way. You should do it my way. No, there's no way. We are all unique and we do whatever works for us as long as we are healthy and safe. So there you have it. Sorry, I'm going to take a drink of water. Oh, my friend Lizzie said that she just got skin surgery and the insurance paid for it. She got loose skin surgery. That's impressive. I cannot do surgery. I'm terrified. There is no way. I'd rather try. I know I'm going to get flack for this, but I'd rather dry fast my way down to losing that skin. Or apparently, if you get lean and you stay lean, the skin gets lighter and changes over time. And I've noticed that with people who've lost weight, if you're talking about loose skin. I'm okay with, oh yeah, you are. I'm okay with the loose skin unless it becomes a health issue. And yes, it can become a health issue if it's getting infected. And there are areas like the legs where it can. I don't have much. I have barely any loose skin on my legs. My loose skin is all in my tummy. And yes, I'll get around to doing a loose skin video. Once I get down a little bit more weight, I want to see how the loose skin settles. But yeah, it can become a health issue, especially if it's tugging in places in the leg area. It can be. But yeah, you know what? I see loose skin as a badge of honor. And when I was watching Louisa's Journey's video, she said that people would say she looks gross. I would say, what is the alternative? That she's unhealthy? She looks amazing. Hey, what do you mean she looks gross? She looks freaking amazing, that girl. Like, look how jacked she is. Her legs, her arms, she looks so good. Like, what are people even thinking? What is the alternative, to be unhealthy? She looks great. She combated her demons and she got jacked and she's rocking. Like, people are just so mind-boggling. And I want more people showing their loose skin. Obese to Beast and John, like, people should not fear losing weight because of loose skin. That is the dumbest fear. It is the dumbest fear because I'm here and it's not a big deal. It really isn't. It adjusts over time. Aw, thanks for the super sticker, Ron. You're amazing. I appreciate you. You are absolutely amazing. Thank you. Thank you. those super stickers really helped me out in the revenue department with YouTube. I learned that because I got a few the month before, and then it like boosted up my live streams. I was like, huh? I'm trying to figure out the YouTube algorithm without selling my soul to it because I want to be truthful, and I have been truthful, even though it may not get me like growing super fast. But at the end of the day, I want an authentic audience. I want people who like me for me and me not playing this stupid algorithm game. So yeah, thanks, Ron. Um, if you get the time, I'd love to do another live stream some night. Yeah, we've been trying to do this for a while. I'd love to as well. Yeah, a night. Because you seem to be more active on the weekday. I think a Sunday night live stream would be nice. I deleted my Facebook app, but I'll get on there and we'll talk on Facebook. I'll just message you. I think Sunday night, would you be down for that? We'll talk more. But I would love to do a Sunday night live stream and you share your journey because it's important for people to see that they can still lose weight later on in life, because I know you lost your weight in your 60s. So I would love to share that aspect. Food is like coffee. It can be just like a drug if you're not careful. It is. It totally is. It's the dopamine hit. We get a reward. We feel good. We run away from our pain. We just, all at the end of the day, we want to feel good. And people get addicted to things. And it's not, I got to be careful with my wording here. It's not their fault in the way that they get addicted because our brain is biologically designed that way. But you got to take responsibility for your issues and your struggles. So like, that's what I mean. You got to take responsibility, but it's not your fault. Don't blame yourself. You're not a failure or what have you. You just have to learn how to overcome it. And I'm trying to learn as much as possible to share it with you, and hopefully it can help you. And it has helped some people. I'm glad, like me, like OMAD has helped certain people beat their food addiction. So it's really cool. I never thought that, honestly. When I started OMAD, like I never thought. I was always against OMAD. I'm like, that's stupid. I was always against OMAD. I was always against dry fasting. I thought that was dumb. There's a lot of things I was against. So you know what? Have an open mind. When you have an open mind to life and an open heart to life, you'll stumble upon things that, you'll find treasures that you never expected to find. And that's what I found with OMAD. It's just absolutely insane. Ron says, any night but Friday or Tuesday. Fair enough. I like Sunday night because a lot of people are home. It's the day before, right before when's your birthday? Let me know. When's your birthday? It's like a day before, the work week. And usually, like when I was working before the accident, Sunday night would be the night that I want to be in bed, like, kind of just like watching like content, like live streams. I used to love watching other weight loss YouTubers do their planning their week live stream, what the goals are for the week. I used to do that on Sunday night, and just to get your head straight. Yeah, Sunday night is a great night to get your head straight, to plan yourself for the week ahead. That's for sure. But yeah, I would definitely love to do that. Oh, your birthday's August 1st. You're an August baby. Where, oh my God, where did the time go, people? Why are we in the middle of August? Apparently some kids are going back to school. I saw people in North Carolina, their kids are going back to school. That would make sense. It's August. Here, the kids go back to school in September, but time is flying. It's absolutely insane how fast time's flying. Like, where is it going? I don't want winter to come. I complain about my phone overheating, but in about 4 months, I'm going to be like, I wish my phone was overheating. I really do. But yes. Anyway, I really went into detail about tons of things. Weight loss YouTubers, sharing your story, the negativity, and all of that. I'm kind of glad I brought my tripod because that's made life easier. But if anyone has any questions, drop them below. If not, I will see you guys tomorrow for, I don't know, I have a lot of vlogs to edit, but editing right now is pissing off my neck, which is okay. I'm due for a nerve block. The amount of pain I'm in. I ditched all pain meds because I had a very bad reaction that nearly killed me. So I just do a bunch of nerve blocks and injections. That's what I do to get by. Life hands you, in life you get handed cards. And if it's a crappy card, make magic out of it. You can turn any situation in life to your advantage. And that's what I did with this car accident. And I just want my journey to be a metaphor for people to do the same thing with their heart, because we're all going through a hard time. What what in your life right now that you're going through that's difficult? How can you make magic out of it? You can always turn a very difficult situation into a lesson and into a fuel of growth. And you can use it as fuel for growth. And that's what I want my messaging to be about. That's what I want my channel to be about. That you can rise in adversity. And it's all about your mind. It's all about how you're speaking to yourself. It's all about how you're responding to the failures, like I taught my son today. How are you responding to failure? That is the key. If your response is in a way that uplifts you and it's a way that, how can I do better next time, you'll win. If you're responding in a way to failure that you beat yourself up, you're not going to win. And that's okay, because that is the default of the human mind. The goal is for us is to override that with our higher brain and our more functioning brain, or our higher selves, whatever you may want to call it. Anyway, Ron says time is speeding up for us. I know. Someone says the older you get, the faster time goes. And I feel like that's true. Oh, Starset says, I have a huge family, and the one thing that annoyed me with this weight loss was that all of a sudden my family started inviting. I have to talk about that because I had someone message me something about that. But anyway, all of a sudden my family started inviting me to places, basically liking the new me and not during the process. Oh, so you notice that your family started inviting you places now that you're leaner? Is that what you're telling me? That, I hope, really. Here, I'm going to reread that again. I have a huge family, and the one thing that annoyed me with this weight loss was that all of a sudden my family started inviting me to places, basically liking the new me and not during the process. That's frustrating. That is really frustrating. But at the end of the day, people are going to do what they're going to do. And you cannot let how other people treat you replace the way you treat yourself. You cannot let other people's opinion of you make you feel a certain way. And I'm glad you didn't. It's evident that you didn't, because you lost the weight. And it's so sad that people do that. It really is. It really is. What I thought you were talking about was, I had a girl message me that I've been following for years, and she's stuck at a certain weight. And she's like, help me, Daniela. And I'm like, okay, are you counting your calories and all of that? And her problem is that everyone was inviting her everywhere, and she was unable to stay in a calorie deficit. And she said, you know what? I just need to say no to people. And that's okay. You can be a loner for a week or two if it helps you stay in a calorie deficit. You can say no to going to places. It's a temporary situation for your health. You can say no to people. It's okay to say no to put your health first. It's okay to say no to put your goals first. And I want people to understand that. So I told her, I'm like, say no. You know, you have some goals. You're trying to break through this plateau. Say no, because it's really hard when you're getting invited everywhere. You know, I say no a lot to people. I do. I can't be going to this event and that event. There is no way. So, especially when, you have goals to hit. But yes. Anyway, Ron says, we'll catch up later, my friend. Have a safe weekend. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. I was just about to wrap up the live stream after I read Starset's comment there. But at the end of the day, on a weight loss journey, whether it be with one meal a day, keto, you have to find your truth. It's going to be a lonely road. The road to success is a lonely road. People will not understand you. People will criticize you. People will isolate you. People will bring you down for doing something that makes you feel good. And that's where you have to lean in your own self-belief. That's where you have to lean in your own understanding and know that you have a purpose. Tune out the noise and trust the voice within. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this live stream. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. Hit that like button, as it helps get my channel out to other people. And it helped me in the algorithm, because I'm not playing the damn algorithm game. No way. I'm being truthful. And I will see you guys very soon. There's one more comment before I leave. There are also saboteurs that know you're on yeah, okay, I know what you're saying. That know you're on a fitness journey and they gift you muffins and cake, like my mom. Mm. It's not nice. Oh my god, I hate when people do that. They know you're on a weight loss journey and they offer you stuff. Why? I guess I wouldn't say well, would I say misery likes company, I guess, or people just want to feel like, because people see food as it is a social thing. Let's be honest. Like, we hunted, we got the food and we ate around the fire back in the day. It is a social thing. It is. And people want to feel connected through food, but you can feel connected in other ways. You don't have to eat to feel connected. That is not nice. I hate when people do that. Oh, yeah, I had that problem with my son's father because I was trying to ditch alcohol. Because the problem with alcohol is that it makes me want to eat. When I drink alcohol, what I want to do is go out and buy the worst food. And he would always come home and offer me, oh, you want wine? I'm like, and I just spazzed out one day. I'm like, buddy, I'm trying not to drink right now. I'm on a health journey. So it's hard sometimes when those who are closest to you do that. That's where you just have to have the power to say no. And you have to stand up for yourself. And if they argue with you, walk away. Walk away. Or you can suggest something else. Like, you can be like, hey, can you maybe try this new, like, print out a recipe, give it to your mom and be like a healthy muffin recipe, depending on the diet you're doing. If you're keto, you can still find keto recipes or what have you, just a healthier version. Give it to your mom, be like, can you cook me this instead? you know offer a different leaf, like, offer, turn a new leaf, is whatever the expression is. My mom has this habit of not wanting, ooh, my phone's about to die, of not wanting me to change without her. Sad, really. Codependency, that's a codependency thing. Yeah, I hear you, I hear you. But it's not your responsibility to heal whatever your mom may be struggling with. It's your responsibility to heal yourself. And it's important to put yourself first. And she needs to understand that. It's a boundary thing. And yeah, it sounds like your mom is really attached to you. It's a sweet thing. She's coming from a place of love, but it's just twisted. That's what happens with some of our mothers. My mom is the same way. She comes from a place of love with me, but it's twisted. I don't know how to explain it, meaning that she thinks criticizing me and hounding me is going to get me to change, when in fact it's hurting my self-esteem and it's making me not want to be around her. So unfortunately, it's the way she learned. It's probably how she learned from her parents. Oh, hey, Christy, welcome. I'm sorry, I'm about to close off the live stream because I got to go. My phone's about to die. But if you missed it, make sure to catch the replay because I talked about a whole lot of things. Talked about why a bunch of weight loss YouTubers fail on weight loss, sharing my journey with OMAD and how being an OMAD weight loss YouTuber and sharing my fasting journey is a little bit unorthodox because it's not a socially acceptable diet for now. But anyway, thank you so much. Make sure you smash that like button, guys. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. I'm documenting my journey to getting shredded. I want to get down to 125 pounds down, and a new physique is coming. It's cooking in the kitchen. Does that make sense? Is it cooking in the kitchen? If it's low calorie, yeah, it is. Anyway, send you guys mad love. Take care. Bye. I'll see you next time for sure. Bye-bye.